Hello everyone, I'm Directionally Challenged, and I'm inviting you to join me on this topical cruise. Yes, I know that's lame, but I'm going to call this segment that I want to do Topical Cruise. Just a place where I can talk about random stuff or do random things and have some fun. Maybe bring about more random skits and stuff in Topical Cruise. Anyways, today on Topical Cruise, I want to rank Final Fantasy main characters by their hair. I'm going to judge the main characters of only numbered Final Fantasy games, excluding Final Fantasies 11 and 14, because they would win by default, as they have the most hair options. Also because in Final Fantasy XIV you can give your character an afro, or the Japanese little pompadour thing that the delinquent characters like to have, and you can't not rank that number one. You have to rank it number one. How could you not rank it number one? So we're going to stick with just the numbered ones, and obviously we can't do Final Fantasy 1 because there really was no main character, and Final Fantasy 3 is going to get a little kind of tricky, but that's besides the point. So, I want to start off with the first technical main character of Final Fantasy. From Final Fantasy II, we have Firion. Firion clearly is the model for like a lot of later Dragoons. A lot of people like him. You got Cecil, I think, comes later as well, and he's also very Dragoon-like. But anyways, so he's got a weird thing going on with his hair. It's kind of like a half mohawk, half shaved head with super long ear-like tendrils coming off his head. I don't know, they're kind of like a Kai, but in reverse, because they're on the back of his head going in the opposite direction. Personally, I think I'm gonna have to think about Firion here. One moment. So I've got this piece of paper here. I'm going to mark all the numbers down on this. Sorry for not saying that earlier. I'm going to give Firion, for his hair, it's okay. I think it has a lot of good going for it. It's a little weird, but I don't want to give him too low of a number. So we're going to give him a 4 out of 10. Next up is Final Fantasy III. This is where it gets a little weird because the protagonist changes depending on what game you're playing. But I think I'm gonna take character Luneth, and that's what we're gonna judge. We're gonna judge Luneth. So let's look at Luneth. Let's see here. Luneth's got kind of a Sephiroth thing going on, and I don't know. It's pretty good. Like an Ares meets Ares meets Sephiroth. I'm a big fan of Sephiroth, but the hair's not quite as long as I'd like it. You know what? We're gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Solid 6 out of 10. Good, but could show improvement. Now, Final Fantasy IV is coming, and it's the main character we all know, we all love, Mr. Cecil. Now, Cecil's hair, long, silver, kind of just flows, kind of just there, looks so fluffy and soft. Looks like a person who, they take care of their hair. Probably uses a lot of like herbal essences and a lot of good product in there. Probably really good like conditioner too. Looks like a dude who'd condition. Yeah, he clearly takes care of himself. I'm gonna give that a 7 out of 10. I'm gonna give that hair a 7. Solid 7 out of 10. Let's move on to the main character of Final Fantasy V. We're going to Bartz. Now, I thought about judging Bartz based off of the art cover, but he kind of looks just like a clown, and that doesn't really seem fair to judge Bartz on. Because the most iconic image of Bartz is that little fighter dude with the red hair, and honestly, that's where you gotta judge. I think we should judge Bartz by the most iconic appearance. And that fiery red chocobo-like hair that blows in the wind, it's thick, it's fluffy, it's anime as hell. I gotta say, I like it. It's not perfect. It looks like if you fell on the back, like if you tried to sleep on a pillow, it looks like the pillow would get stuck on the back of his head. So I can't give it a perfect mark because that looks a bit dangerous. Now he kind of also looks like a red Sonic the Hedgehog. So again, you know, I gotta knock Sonic on that one because Bartz, come on. You know, well, maybe Sonic came first, and I think Sonic probably came first. So Bartz looks like he's copying Sonic at this point. So I'm gonna have to say, Bartz, I'm sorry. Copying Sonic, I'm a Sonic fan. Also an Iron Man fan. Not part of the point. Gonna give you a 6 out of 10. Sorry, Bartz. 6 out of 10. What can I do? Next up, we got Terra from Final Fantasy VI. Yes, 6? Yeah, we're on 6. Don't worry, I'm keeping track. I'm totally keeping track. But we got Terra from Final Fantasy VI. Now, not the official main character, but is the official main character. It's a very odd situation with 6. But we're going to judge Terra. She's got long, flowing locks. I mean, in this image, they're defying gravity. In the game, I believe they're green. So I'm going to judge that with the knowledge that her hair is green or teal in the game. My favorite color is green. I love green. Gotta say, long flowing hair. It looks soft. It's gravity defying. It's green. Gotta give that a 9 out of 10. Gotta give you a 9 out of 10, Terra. 9 out of 10 for your hair. Almost perfect hair. Almost perfect. And now we move on to the most iconic game in the Final Fantasy series. The #1 game for most people who have played Final Fantasy. The game that everyone knows and most people love and has created numerous spin-offs, even more than Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 7, Cloud Strife, the man, the myth, the legend. That hair, spiky, glorious, looks like it's made out of metal because it goes a 90-degree sun angle. That hair is not hair. That hair is a helmet. That hair probably comes off. At night when he tries to sleep, he just takes it off, reveals it's a helmet. That's not just hair. That's kind of like Bartz, actually. You know, Bartz's spikes? Cloud's got the spikes, but they're going forward. He could sleep on a bed. He's only got those 3 little spikes in the back. That's not going to make a pillow stick to his head. But you know what Cloud can do? Besides looking like the most majestic unicorn you've ever seen? Cloud can shove that spike into an enemy. That's right, Bartz. Where you fail with the slow, curvy scoop at the front, Cloud goes with harsh 90-degree spike angles. Probably mostly due to the fact that the PlayStation 1 didn't have the best graphics capabilities. Not the point. Cloud, for form, for functionality, for being one of the most iconic hairstyles in Final Fantasy. I know I'm being biased. I'm gonna be a little biased. I can be biased. It's my show. Cloud, I'm gonna give you 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Not perfect, but functional. And I like functional. I like multi-use. Cloud, official. 8 out of 10. I want to just say that these don't have any, like, actual meanings. I'm not judging these on anything other than my own personal preferences. So if you don't agree with me, too bad, it's my show, it's not yours. I get to judge them how I want. Now then, next up is Squall Leonhart, Final Fantasy VIII. One of the Final Fantasies I didn't play too much of. I got a little far into it, but that was back when I was a kid. I haven't played every Final Fantasy. I've played most of them. But let's look at Squall. He's got, you know, a nice brown hair. Kind of normal. Kind of average. Kind of really long bang, though. Look at the main bang. It just curves all the way like it's wrapping around the back of his head. Squall, I don't know if I agree with that decision, honestly. It just kind of looks like a normal haircut. I feel like if he was wet, the hair would just, like, move down there. Now, I do agree with Cloud's spike, the long spike, but that's functionality. Squall, what functionality does your hair serve? Just looks normal. Looks like a dude, just a random guy. But still, I find myself liking it. I find myself drawn to your hair. Find myself intrigued. I need to give you a 7 out of 10. It has to happen. You gotta get a 7. It looks gorgeous. It looks beautiful. I kinda wanna mess it up though. 7 out of 10. Not perfect, but close. Now, we move into the Final Fantasy IXs. The Final Fantasy IXs. That is Mr. Zidane, Mr. Monkey Mans. Mr. Monkey Mans. Now, I don't know if you guys have played Final Fantasy IX. I've played a bit of it. I think that's where Vivi comes from, if I remember properly. But there's so much about Final Fantasy IX I don't remember. But right off the bat, looks like his hair is very poofy, goes up and then comes down. And I gotta decide how I feel about this. It looks like a he looks like a dickhead. There's no way around this. He's a head. He's got a penis on his forehead. It's right there. His head is a penis. How am I supposed to... This isn't safe. I gotta blur this out. I have to bleep out everything I've been saying. I can't show this. This is not safe for work. This is not safe for children. How did he become a main character? It is like a penis and a bowl cut had a baby. I am sorry, but for that... Zidane, no. I'm gonna give you a 3. I gotta give you a 3 because it looks like a butt. There is no standard to this. There is just no standard at all. I'm just throwing out numbers at this point. Now we've got Final Fantasy X. We've got Tidus. Mr. Tidus. Good guy. Looks good. Has good hair. Pretty decent. Spiky. Looks like an anime character. He looks like he should be in an anime. He looks Japanese in that way. That art style. That aesthetic. He got that functional hair that it does. It looks good. It's not weird. There's not too much going on with it. It's nice color. It's goes with his face. You know, it's unique. It's interesting. It's not bizarre, but it has the quality of memorableness. It looks memorable. It goes with the outfit. Everything just works with this hair. This hair is gorgeous. This hair is beautiful. This hair, I wish I had this hair. I gotta go with a 10. 10 for 10. Tidus, man. That hair. That's perfect hair. Tidus gets 10. And I don't even care for Final Fantasy X. My hair goes up, my hair goes down. Now, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna give 10-2 a shot. I'm gonna let 10-2 be in the number category. Normally I wouldn't. Normally I'd say no sequels. No 10-2, just 10. Take that off. But, whoop, I dropped my paper. I gotta give Yuna a chance. You know, I gotta be fair. I gotta give her a shot. She's a lovely lady. She's not my favorite lady out of Final Fantasy. Honestly, that's Yuffie. Yuffie, baby, call me. Anyways, it kind of is like normal hair. It's not great. It's not perfect. It's not fantastic. She's got this weird curve going on. You know, she likes the wings. I can understand that. She kind of looks like if Link's hair from a couple years ago grew out longer. That's alright. That's fine. It frames her face pretty good. I wouldn't give it a high number. I'd definitely give her a 6 out of 10. Definitely decent hair. But I feel like, you know, maybe she could do more with it. Maybe she could fluff it out a little bit. You know, instead of having it curved up, you know, maybe just fluff it out. Get it all, like, poofy. Get it nice. Get it looking good. I think she could do more with it. Maybe a ponytail. She could do a ponytail. She'd rock a ponytail. I'm telling you, Yuna would rock a ponytail. Just what I'm saying. She kind of has the mom cut, honestly. I look at her, I look like I think of a woman I'd work with. You know, pretty good hair, decent hair. Get a 7 out of 10. Not perfect, but a 7 out of 10. It's good, it's lovely. It's just not my style. I'm sorry, Yuna. Sorry. Anyways, next up, we're going with Vaan from Final Fantasy XII. Final Fantasy XII is an underrated game in my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but I actually really enjoyed Final Fantasy XII. It was like Final Fantasy XI. You could go run around, you can get into fights. I liked the system, like the attack system you could build up. I liked the characters. I loved Fran. Loved Fran. She's one of my favorites. If I was judging Fran, 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. 12 out of 10, who knows. Yeah. But we're judging Vaan, Vos, whatever you want to call him. Hair, you know, it's just kind of there. It kind of looks like a turban, honestly. It kind of looks like he's wearing a turban. His hair's just sticking out of it. He's got that Squall thing going on where the bangs are way longer, and I don't care for it. Didn't care for him as a character, not caring for his hair. I just don't know. It's just not. It's not winning me over. 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10. Completely arbitrary. I got nothing to say about it. 2 out of 10. I'm sorry, Vaan. It's just 2 out of 10. You need to have better hair. Next, we're gonna go up. Final Fantasy 13. We're gonna go with Lightning. Another controversial game. I actually did enjoy Final Fantasy 13 and the sequels that I've played. I didn't get to play Lightning Returns, but I did enjoy Final Fantasy 13, and I gotta talk about my baby, lightning, my boo. Number 3 on my list, love you. Great character, as many people wouldn't agree. I like tough chicks, what can I say? Anyways, her hair, I don't know, there's something about it. There's something about that long pink hair. I like pink hair on a girl, don't ask me why, it looks good. I like it. I like that way it curves, it frames her face. I also like that she's got a little tough side. She's got a gentle side on the left, tough side on the right. It's like a reverse mullet. But not a reverse mullet in the way you would think. It's like you took a mullet and flipped it 90 degrees. Elegance on the left, battle on the right. And I gotta say, there's something special about it. I kinda also like that haircut that girls do where they shave like just one side of their head and they move all their hair over to the right side. I like it. I don't know why. This reminds me of that. This kinda looks like that. I'm loving it. I gotta give this a 9 out of 10. Pink hair, the spikiness, the fierceness, the elegance. It's got it all. It is a 9 out of 10. Now we have to judge Final Fantasy 15 Mr. Noctis. Let's look at this. It's black. Number 1. Samesies. Number 2. It does frame his face. It makes him look a little gentle, a little soft, a little feminine. But he's still tough. He still fights. You know, I gotta say, that hair's doing it for me. It looks good. It's hair I could see. You know, I could see playing a character with that hair. I can see it fitting him. It matches his character. That hair frames him perfectly. It's light. It's fluffy. It's almost like it's real. It looks like a haircut that a main character wouldn't have. And that's where I flip it on you and reverse that. I'm not feeling like he should have that kind of hair, but for some reason it works. Why is it that him not having that hair, not having the wild hair, not having the cloud hair, why does it work so much? Why do I like it? Why am I enjoying this image right now? Why do I feel something inside of me telling me I gotta give it a 9, maybe a 10? I think I have to give this a 9.5. I can't give it a 10. It's not quite perfect. It's not quite there. It's not quite doing it for me. I think it's a little too long in the front, but it could almost be perfect. It could almost be there. Maybe if you pull the back down a little bit, I don't know what needs to be done, but I'm feeling a 9.5. That's right, Noctis. Second highest. 9.5. What does this mean? It means Tidus wins. He's number 1. He gets the highest ranking. A 10. Out of 10. Gonna go ahead and put up the rankings. I'm Directionally Challenged. Thank you for joining me on this topical cruise. Join me next week when I rank anime villains by how I think they make love. Could be interesting. See you later, navigators. Bye! Hey, thank you for watching. If you liked this video, leave a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, leave a thumbs down. Either way, tell me in a comment down below. If you have any ideas for games you'd like to see me play on the channel, go ahead and leave that in the comments down below. And subscribe to become a navigator so I can finally know where the hell I'm going.